So I should start. Good day, my name is Артём, and I've been studying with Nick for a year and a half already, and now I'm preparing for IELTS. So today I'm going to speak about writing task 1 in IELTS, and when you take IELTS, you have two writing tasks, writing task 1 and writing task 2. The first task is based on describing a graph like this. So you are given a graph that you should describe no less than 150 words. The second task is based on giving your opinion about problem or problem and solution. So and you have to write no less than 250 words. So now with Nick I'm practicing writing task 1. And how are we practicing it? Sometimes Nick gives me the direct tasks when you have to analyze the graph and then to describe it. Or sometimes he gives me the task that I have to complete vice versa. So I have to write a graph even without
draw a graph.
Yes, to draw a graph only by using description. So I did it 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
What should I?
Why don't you speak of 3 different templates for writing task 1?
Okay. The first one is. The first one that I recalled is compare and contrast. When, for example, you have a map that shows, I don't know, 2 possible places for a school, for a new building, and so you have to analyze the pros and cons of it and to speculate what is better and why. Then we have stages when there is shown a description of some process, for example, recycling or collecting bananas. So there are shown 6 or 8 pictures, and you have to describe every stage that is shown. And so the last one, like a graph.
Yeah, like line graphs like that.
Yes, line graphs, bar charts, pie charts, and so forth. When you have to analyze the data given, and it's just a summary of the graph, and you cannot give your opinion on it.
Mm-hmm. Let's speak of vocabulary you use for different types of templates in writing 1.
In writing 1, when we are describing a graph, we use such words, collocations. The graph illustrates, it shows, or it represents some information. Also, you use the vocabulary of changing, like there was an upward or downward trend.
Especially in which part? In which templates?
Template
we have change, then compare and contrast, and stages.
This one we use in graph. The
exactly,
changes.
Like this.
Yes, changing templates based on changes.
Why don't you speak of this graph?
So this graph shows the yearly temperature in 4 cities: Auckland, Christchurch, London and Edinburgh. So there is all given information. Like average daily temperatures throughout the year is given, and the task is to describe it simply.
So can you please describe it?
Yeah. So I should start with the topic, or
yeah. What do you start your writing 1 essay with?
Writing 1 like on the spot in speaking. Great. This line graph shows different average daily temperatures throughout the year in 4 cities: Auckland and Christchurch in New Zealand, and London and Edinburgh in the United Kingdom. So there was The temperature at the beginning of the year was slightly below 25 degrees above zero in Auckland and Christchurch, but then there was a sudden downward trend for both cities, so they reached their low. Christchurch reached its low temperature in July. That was just slightly above 10 degrees, and it remained for 2 months until August, and then there was a rapid increase till December, and it reached its peak at 23 degrees above zero. The same situation was for Auckland, that which temperature decreased to a bit more than 16 degrees in July, and I haven't finished this graph, sorry.
No problem.
And it's yes, and it's but
followed by
followed by a positive trend till December, when it reached the same temperature as in the beginning of the year. Next, we should describe, of course, London and Edinburgh. In January, the temperature in London and Edinburgh was just above 5 degrees, and there was a sudden increase.
Would you say like not sudden, but the increase was like
Steadily.
yeah, there was a steady increase.
There was a steady increase.
What do you say, like not at once, but like
Step by step.
Maybe gradual.
Gradual. There was a gradual increase until July, when the temperature for London and Edinburgh was nearly 25 degrees and 20 degrees above zero respectively, followed by decrease until December.
Okay, right. Let's do a bit of pronunciation. Would you pronounce it?
Christchurch.
Sorry, once again. Would you pronounce it?
Christchurch.
Oh yeah, very nice. And what about this one?
Edinburgh.
Sorry?
Edinburgh.
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 Barra, yeah.
Barra.
Oh, right. Which words do you use to show
an upward trend.
Okay, upward trend, yeah. What else?
A trend. Then there was an increase. What else?
For example, if the increase is rapid, what would you say?
A rapid increase.
Yeah, that's fun. Like soared, like the temperatures soared.
Well, yes, soared.
Okay.
What else? There was a positive trend.
Okay.
Also.
Right. And what do you say when it goes down?
Downward trends. There was a decrease, fall also.
A drop.
A drop.
Okay. Or plunge. For example, the temperatures plunged. So is it like down at once, or it was a gradual decline?
No, it's at once.
Okay.
Drops at once.
Very cool. What do you say if it's not really changing?
It's steadily unchanging. It's that's good words that that I just forgot. Like it remains steadily. It's
remained steady. Yeah.
Yes.
Or plateaued.
Plateaued.
Plateau. Can you please write it down? It's word plateau.
Correct.
No, sorry. Plateau. Yeah, right. Underline EAU, please. Does it infer German or maybe Spanish?
German.
Come on, it's French.
That was a trick, I knew it.
Yeah, you knew it. So, German had no influence on English, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are both Germanic languages, but this word came from French, obviously. So, is plateau something changing rapidly or steadily?
Rapidly.
No, it's not changing at all.
Mm. Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Okay. So, what are the other words showing no change?
Oh. Immutable development.
Oh. it's like too developed for writing one. So not using writing one, it's just data analysis, like data visualization, nothing else. And remained unchanged, remained stable.
Yes.
Yeah, show no change, etc. Okay. And what do you say if it is like very changing?
Oh, constantly changing.
Okay. What else?
It is unstable.
Okay. Or fluctuated, like the
yes,
prices fluctuated in the second part of the report period. Okay. And what do you say? No. How do you know you're doing a good job with sentences?
You mean the structure of sentences, or?
Yeah, like do you use the same type of sentences in writing one or different types?
No, different. Of course, different types.
Give an example.
Well, you can use complex sentences with participles.
Mm-hmm. And what is a complex sentence?
A complex sentence that consists of many parts.
Like more than one, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. And what's the difference between a complex and compound?
Compound sentences, they consist of two parts that are independent, like they can simply used as simple sentences.
Mm-hmm. As their parts, right?
Yes, and complex sentences cannot be divided.
So let's give an example.
In Belarus, which is situated in the center of Europe, a good weather is a good weather. There is a good weather, sorry.
Sorry.
Bad example?
Maybe not the best one, sorry.
I understand.
Let's make a sentence with fanboys.
Mm-hmm. So with compound. Oh, Nick was drinking tea.
Yeah.
And Артём was telling about writing task 1.
Yeah, the best task distribution. I love it. Cool.
So these two parts can be used separately. Nick was drinking tea. Артём was speaking.
Right. So these two parts are independent.
Yes. So this is a compound sentence.
Yeah. For example, the weather, like the temperature in London and Edinburgh, rose till mid-spring, and the temperature in Auckland and Christchurch was going down till mid-spring. Yeah,
summer, I think.
Okay, cool. Right. What about simple sentences with something else?
With participles.
Yeah. Can you give examples of such wonderful sentences? Like a simple sentence and some introductory phrase.
For sure.
Yeah.
The temperature in London, in Christchurch, was 23 degrees, and it reached its minimum in July. And for example,
I'm sorry, it's a compound sentence.
Okay.
Once again, can you make a simple sentence with some introductory phrase?
The minimum temperature in Christchurch was in July. By falling steadily, the temperature reached its minimum in July.
Okay, right. So we use introductory participles. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Or, for example, yeah, I think I'm satisfied. It's actually a very good job. So high five. It's a very good explanation. Thank you.